One lady, literally, we was at the party. She took my leash.
Pet play.
Yeah.
What kind of animals can you be?
I mean, I am a wolf, but I've been a dog. I've been a cow. I've been a horse.
You.
Her girlfriend said, give her your leash and then get on your knees in front of her. And that's all I did. Her girlfriend was so happy. She's like, oh my God. And she had the best time. All I did was get on my knees for her and just sit there. And she was happy. Like one lady rides me around her house.
What do you mean? I know you're pansexual. I know you don't, what is it called? You deal with whoever.
Yeah.
You like, whoever you got energy with. Have you ever done the trumpet on a guy?
Oh, listen. Oh, shit. So at Folsom Street East last year and this year, and at Sex Down South, I've done it on male body people. They love it. So it's 2 ways you can do it. Well, 3. It's the gooch, your asshole, or it's the actual shaft.
You can't play a trumpet into my ass, bro.
I mean, I wasn't asking, but I'm just saying.
Not me. I'm just
this nigga. But no.
I'm just like, you can't. What are you bent over? And you just blowing like Lady Sings the Blues?
It can be long notes. It can be anything. What you have to remember is, like, if you use a bidet, that shit just feel good.
Right.
To say it don't, and this is what dudes get real weird. I know you don't have this issue, but niggas get real weird. It's like, yo, don't act like when you use a bidet, it don't feel good. If your girl, if you taking a shower with a woman, she washes your ass, the shit feels good. So it's the same principle of the vibration of the trumpet. So like you can blow on a woman and that shit feels good.
Yeah.
So you can feel the air coming out the trumpet. You can feel the vibration when the sound is coming out, and you can feel the vibration of the actual horn. So it feels good. Like for dudes, when we rub our gooch, that shit feels good. When a woman licks your taint, you know that shit feels good. So it's the same thing if she put a vibrator there or a trumpet. It's the same. So one dude, he actually put the head on the bell of the trumpet, and I played, and this nigga was like, oh my God. Now I was just like, just don't come down the horn.
Yeah. Had nobody ever try to like start stroking the trumpet?
You know, I've never been in that position. That's the one thing I can say. No one has ever, I mean, ladies, but no one with the phallus has like tried to stroke, because the women will grind against the bell. Right. But no one with the penis has tried that.
Right.
That would be crazy.
That would be fucking nuts. And your lips is right there. That's nuts, because you got to keep the notes going. So,
you know what? If I can find somebody that has the perfect size that fit, I will do that shit for a scene. Oh yeah, I'll use my flugelhorn because there's a bigger bell. Let them fuck the horn. That might be dope. That might be some shit.
That sounds fire.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it done to you, the trumpet?
No, actually, I have not. I can play it on myself, but it's not the same. So I've done it to myself, but I haven't had someone do it to me.
How you play it on your? I don't even.
Look, you just
because I saw
you just put, hold it up like this.
Yo,
how
did you? First of all, did you leave that shit downstairs? I know you didn't bring that weapon into my house.
No, the trumpet's in there.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that dick.
This nigga. Sammy,
nigga, shit, bro. I'm chilling on the couch, minding my damn business. He's over here. I want to say 3 women giving him neck at the same time.
It was 4.
It was 4?
Yeah. And the other one was sitting in my face. She was sucking my nipple, so it was technically 5. It was the whole basketball team. That's why they said they had to reorganize their play. That's why they were in the Zoom comments talking shit.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
The man stands up. Yo, stay away from my girl. That's all I'm saying. Stay away from my fiance. That's nuts, bro. Do you get a lot of fetishizing?
Yeah,
when it comes to you, your body.
So I want to go back to that. So I did talk to your fiance, and let me tell you, we have the best.
What?
No, listen, we have the best conversations about you, because she be wanting to shock the shit out you. So that we were talking about electroplay, and so she's like, "Did you bring your kit?" And every time I say yes, I end up getting busy, and we never have a chance, because like she wants to shock you in a way that I don't think y'all have the attachment. So I have the one where I can turn her into the conductor, and she can touch you and shock you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that you put the plate on your skin?
Yeah. So
the only thing about that, okay, go.
Yeah, so we were talking about that, but we just didn't get a chance. But she wants to, she enjoys. But she was like, I want to shock that nigga. I was like, you actually smiling. So I was laughing at that. At the party, she was talking about that.
Sadist.
The
thing is about the electroplay, when I put the plate on my skin, right? And I try to touch somebody, I get shocked too. What am I doing wrong? Am I not? Because I kind of graze the skin. Should I actually?
No, it needs to be, it has to be fully flush to your skin, because if it comes up and down, That's not what you want. You shouldn't be able to shock yourself when you're the conductor. So it has to be grounded to your skin. Everybody that touches you should receive a shock, but you should not be able to shock yourself.
Right. So
that shouldn't be happening.
That's what's going on with me, bro. When I put the plate on my skin and then I go touch somebody, it's going whap, and I feel it. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you can feel some residual of the contact, but you shouldn't be, like, you can feel it going through you, but you shouldn't be, like, getting zapped like that.
I'm getting zapped.
Okay.
Super zapped. Third rail.
Do you have it turned up too high?
Probably.
So start always at the lowest. And the front of your hand is not as conductive. You touch somebody with the back and you can feel the vibrations. As you turn the intensity up, it feels more like a shock. So as long as it's under a certain threshold, it feels like a vibration. Once you hit it past a certain threshold, then it starts to feel like an actual shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
so you got to fuck with it. Yeah, you jump off the cliff. You definitely do.
Talking about fetishizing you and your body or whatever about you.
So it's interesting. In this space, I will use black and white, and I will use like men and women, because it is very important to have the dichotomy between the two. So with white people, because of the history of it, it feels differently. Like it feels heavier. It feels more consumptive. You can tell they want to consume your body, your mind, your heart, all of that. So with white men and white women is very much that, a lot of cucking. Like white men will, like, you know, have sex with my partner while I watch, and the white women are like, I'd rather fuck you than him, and they enjoy that degradation between the two. So that feels a little different, because it's more like you know, the slavery, enslavement of in America. With black men and women, they're just more like a size king or a size queen. So it even though it's about the same body parts and it's about my complexion, it's not the same, because we still have the same lived and shared experience of being under the, you know, living under colonization. So when it's dealing with white people, especially white men, it's more about their power and their money. They want to own and control you in that way. Well, white women, even though they say it in a way where it's like they're praising and worshiping our essence, it's still very consumptive. Like if you listen to or read the book, The Delectable Negro, it gives a very clear picture of what that is and how they do it. So it feels more of a weight. But with,
The Delectable Negro.
Yeah.
That's an interesting title.
Well, because it talks about cannibalism, and even though the white Europeans said we were the cannibals, they were literally eating and boiling black Americans, like physically.
Wow.
And, you know, consuming their other things. So it wasn't just like
that happened in America.
Yeah, they would boil the ears and eat them, and like it's so many accounts from the actual slave owners and then different slaves, and that's what that book covers. So when it's from them, it can feel that way, even though they can say it in love. But when it's from black and brown people or autochthonous people, that's when it feels like love, because we generally don't call ourselves big black cocks. Like black people may say, kiss my black ass. Like that's the most black times we say we're black.
Right.
Other than that, we don't move through the world like saying I'm black, because we fucking can see that. So it doesn't feel the same. So I actually enjoy it more when it's from our people.
Have you ever had a scene where something was said or done in relation to fetishizing you or something that turned you off, is what I want to ask you.
The answer is yes. So recently I started working with all people. And I have the video, I watched it back, and we were having sex. And I'm not going to say their name, because I whether they meant anything about it is neither here nor there, but I felt the way. They was like, oh my God, I'm enjoying your big dick. And I was like, okay. They're like, oh my God, it feels so good. Oh, your dick is so big. I was like, they're not going to say this. Like, oh man, your big dick. And I was like, okay, they use big.
Yeah.
Okay.
See it coming. I see it coming.
It's like, okay. It's like, oh, your big cock. I was like, okay, he's the last one. They didn't throw black in. They're just like, oh my God, I'm just enjoying your big black cock. And I was like,
there we go.
Oh, fuck.
There we go. End scene.
I was like, well, you know what? I know this what it is. Like to be mad. I had to deal with it. I was upset, and I talked to my therapist about it, and I was like, you know what? To be mad at what someone's attracted to me about is I just have to own that. It's like if you're a human and you have certain body parts, people are going to be attracted to those. I'm like, it is what it is. But it did turn me off. I was like, fuck.
Did you keep going?
Yeah, man, it was work. I'm a hoe, nigga.
Oh, it was work.
Fuck yeah. Like we was on set shooting the scene. I was just like, wow, but here we are. And you know, to that point, it's always a sensitive area, and I recognize that the only people in the world that will always be protected and can cry wolf at any point in time are that particular white women. So it's a space that I, you know, somatically am like, am I safe here? Which is just real. Like Emmett Till and all the black men that died from the South are a real thing, and even though we're past that point technically, that's still a real thing.
What is the aftercare for you after something like that? Like, what do you do for yourself? You know, you do scenes, you fetishize, you service. A lot of people, I'm gonna say, at the party, man, you was highly sought after. Is there a sense of decompression that you need to go through? Like, what do you do after something like that?
So to be direct and to be very candid, it's a couple of things. The irony or the serendipity of this is so full circle and funny to me. So 4 years ago, I went to a conference.
That's the biggest snort I've ever heard in these headphones.
That's right. You are wearing headphones, so everything is magnified. 4 years ago, I went to a conference named called Sex Down, like the T-shirt I'm wearing, Sex Down South. I met my teacher, Amina Peterson, and she gave me a lot of guidance on what I need to do for myself. I went to the School of Consent for Wheel of Consent, Dr. Betty Martin. I took TIC, Trauma-Informed Consensual Kink, and then I took Authentic Consent from Amina Peterson. And what I learned from those courses helped me learn to take what I need for myself. So aftercare for me is actually knowing what I want and asking for it and getting it. So whether it's hugs, water, juice, drink, I require a day of solitude. I go to the spa. I take myself to eat like Dungeness crabs and very specific things. So I indulge myself in all of my vices, if you will. And that recharges me. Because when I am working, regardless of the situation, I am fully open to the persons that I'm working with. Whatever their desire is, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to try my best to fulfill it. So like I dealt with the different people I dealt with through this weekend. I was with the young lady that I'm dating.
Yes.
And I told her, I was like, because I came up, I flew from Atlanta and I've been staying with her for like all week, but we haven't done anything. We just been chilling. And I was like, yo, I really, really want to do these things. I said, I just want to eat your pussy, like point blank. And she was like, so after the consent speech, we dipped upstairs. We did what we did. We came back downstairs and she was like, I want to go again. So she got 2 rounds. And then that's when I was like, shit, I'm tired. I'm about to go leave. I come upstairs and then you like, hey. And then I see the basketball team. So we go back downstairs. It's 5-on-1. And then I handle business. And then I was like, well, I'm ready to go. I got in the Uber. I went back home, showered, and fucking went to sleep. And then yesterday I spent the day in solitude. But I trained my body for this because Amina Peterson told me you have to treat sex like the Olympics. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And she was like, athletes train every day for one event.
Wow.
They put everything into it every day for one event. And so I started looking at why men have, issues with sex and like weak pelvic floor, this. So I literally go to the gym and I work on all the muscles that take you to maintain an erection, my heart, my physical. Like I do a mile in 9 minutes to make sure that my heart is healthy, that I can breathe, like all those things. I got to make sure my hip flexors aren't tight because I ejaculated 5 times that night at the party and I had sex more than 5 times, but I had 5 ejaculatory experiences. And so it's a lot of work.
Jesus Christ.
But because I treat it like the Olympics and I control my time in my day, I have the time to relax and go to the spa. And when I fly back to Atlanta, I'm going to take 2 days and chill. So I have the ability to do those things, but it's worth it.
Can you control when you ejaculate?
Sometimes, yes. It's the irony is when I'm concerned about ejaculating, I won't. If I don't think about it, it's like, damn it, that's when you do this?
Right.
So it really depends, but for the most part, what I've learned about coitus with vulva owners, penetration is not the penultimate of pleasure. So as long as you stay engaged, how long you last or don't last doesn't really matter when they get their desired outcome.
Right.
They want to have an orgasm.
Right.
So it works out.
You called yourself a hoe.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of hoe to you? You like that? You like that?
Oh man, in short, it means 2 things. So I'm a thought, which means I ethically have fun with people. So that means I'm not going to lie about who I'm having fun with and how and what configuration. So that's one way of being a hoe. Another way is,
So you just fuck people as much as you want.
Yeah, but that's ethical hoe.
No, you said it. You said it in black person, intelligent black. I said it in Negro.
Yeah, so I have sex with whomever I want, but I don't lie about it.
Right.
The other side about being a hoe is like, if there's something that you need or want, like I hoe in a way. A lot of my clients, I go to their house and I clean. Like I clean. I put together IKEA furniture. One lady in underwear, another lady just like we just clean butt naked. So I do nude housemaid service. One lady, I wash her dishes, fold and dry, wash, dry, and fold her clothes. Another lady, I feed her cat. So hoeing is showing up in the way that people want and need. That's what I would call it.
You feed her cat naked?
Yeah. Feed the cat, change the little.
So you show up.
Take my clothes off.
You take off your clothes. You go get a box of kitty food, and you bend over and feed the cat. Is she standing there? She's sitting there?
Sometimes she's in the living room. Sometimes she's in her bed. I feed her cat. I make her tea. Like I don't talk to her. Like she has very specific instructions. I come in. I take all off my clothes. I feed the cat. I make her favorite tea. I set it on the table. I ring the bell when it's done. And then after I do all my chores, I get dressed and I leave. She doesn't want me to say anything. So everyone has a different thing they want. And
you go to somebody's house.
Yeah.
You get undressed and you clean their crib butt ass naked. And that's all they want.
Yeah.
Does it ever? Because I've seen these porns.
No.
Not with the men. I've seen it with the women do it.
Sometimes there's other things, but when I tell you, like one lady, she specifically wanted me to whisper in her ear as I gave her a massage, fully butt naked, and that's all she wanted. And so, because a lot of times what you have to remember is we that own the penis will be in a relationship, and sometimes they'll ask for color in the massage, and like we always want to get something in return.
Right.
So there's a power that you feel when you can say, do exactly this, and you get exactly that, and the person's happy to do it.
Yeah.
So that's my type of hoeing. One lady, literally, we was at the party. She took my leash. Her girlfriend said, "Give her your leash, and then get on your knees in front of her." And that's all I did. Her girlfriend was so happy. She's like, "Oh my God." She was mad that she like made me do it in that configuration, but she was also happy. And she had the best time. All I did was get on my knees for her and just sit there. And she rubbed my head and she was happy.
Is that puppy play?
It's pet play.
Pet play.
Yeah. Because whatever animal they want you to be that's why I'm not saying puppy play. It's more pet play.
What kind of animals can you be?
I mean, I am a wolf, but I've been a dog. I've been a cow. I've been a horse. Like one lady rides me around her house. Like I walk around and she gets on my back.
What do you mean?
I get on all fours.
No, you don't. Do you go, "Nyeh"? Do you neigh? Do you neigh?
When you're in a pet mode, you don't use words. You can't talk.
So you neigh?
I do whatever the horse does.
Give me a neigh. You can't come here and not give me a neigh.
I mean, it's fun though, yo. It's like you got to understand how much fun this is. People are having their best pleasure in their most authentic way, and they're doing it in a sense of sovereignty and autonomy, and that's what makes it special for them.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yo, you know what? I love having fun, bro.
No, I can tell. You're always a big kid.
That's what sex is, bro. It's fun.
It's a game.
What role playing is. That's what kink is. Fun. Like we got enough stress in our regular lives. We got enough stress every morning we wake up. You got to think about what you got to do. You might got kids. You got to work. You got responsibilities. Being able to be your true self, let all of that shit go and just express and be who the fuck you want to be. That shit is fire, bro. So although I laugh, that's an experience. Like maybe people might not want to be Black Beauty as far as the horse, right? Or might not want to be whatever. But there are things that we all might do that say like, yo, I never thought I was gonna be able to get this off.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be free enough to, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so the fact that you're able to do that.
Service something. Even like, yes. So some of the things that they're saying in the chat, some of them felt good just because they got what they asked for.
Right.
They literally was like, "Will you do this?" And I was like, "Sure," with a smile.
Yeah.
And so that's part of it. I feel bad for the dudes that stay fully dressed because like they missed all the action.
I mean, I kind of think that's my fault a little bit.
No.
I say.
Let me tell you why it's
think
not.
About the themes. Well, let me get this over real quick, and then you can tell me why it's not. The themes kind of should put you in a space of something, of sensuality. The themes, right? And I in my mind was like, maybe the sports theme wasn't something that would get people into that mind space, into that, sensual space. But people was wearing their shorts and their jerseys. That's not necessarily the sexiest outfit, right? So at what point do they go from that, especially as a novice? Because you, Hito, people who do this, Y'all ain't give a fuck. Y'all came up out your jerseys, y'all got right to it. It is what it is. But people who are more novice or middle, you know, on the play scale, might have needed to be physically in something to be able to become that character. And me as the person who is I guess they calling me the general manager now since I'm not the coach. I should have foresaw that and either gave instruction or made sure that the theme was something that it would have been easier for them to fall into that. But go ahead, what are you thinking?
So I agree with your sentiment. I understand what you're saying. The reason why I give you a little bit of pushback, and I'll offer this: everyone who listens to this podcast, they see the maturation from where you started to where you are. They hear how you speak, and they come to the party because they're looking for freedom. Freedom is something that we have to give permission to self. So you've laid the groundwork. You've given the safe container, all the different things, the vetting form, the process that we have to go through. But people, especially black men, have to give permission to themselves because we're coming to a space where it's not like outside. The women are already half naked or naked, and they're not even aggressive. They're inviting all these things that in New York, you know, that's not what we're used to. Outside in the wild,
especially New York.
Yeah, like women up here, like you can get stabbed, like saying hi to a woman, and like I'm not no funny shit. And it's because of some of the shit that men have done. But this is a violent place. So now you got niggas coming into a party where they're like, oh shit, I can actually look at you and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I can say you're fine.
Right.
And so that's something that every dude that I've ever talked to, they have to overcome. So it's not you. They have to overcome that. Oh, it's okay to look at you.
Right.
I was told one dude, I said, you can stare. He was like, yeah, but I said, you can actually watch. He was like, yeah, but I'm like, it ain't outside. I know you used to like, it's like outside, like, yeah, nigga, don't, like, that's too much. Like you being a creep now. And so a lot of dudes have to unlearn that. We're unlearning that in this space, the woman has consented. She took her clothes off willingly. It's a room full of people doing these things. They're okay with you watching. And so like dudes have to adjust to that and like unlearn some of the things that, you know, we have learned on the outside. And when I talk to some of the dudes, they had a good time and they're like, oh, like this is my first time. I was like, I didn't really think it was going to be like this. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you think it was going to be like? Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's actually cool. So over time, the people that have come over time have gotten more into it. Even the women, like, so everybody's more open now.
Exactly.
So it's that is what you said, but you've already done that. And then it's the other part.
Right.
The people that participate in the Discord, those dudes don't have those issues.
Right.
So it's a lot of different things. They have to come out more and then they'll feel more comfortable. But it's a good space.
I found myself in a weird headspace, right? Before the party, I had a little disagreement with somebody close to me. Not my lady, but just something that just threw off my energy, right? And so I'm trying to get into character. My lady, I didn't express what happened to her because I didn't want to throw her off. Or, you know, I just kept doing what I was doing. I'm in character. I'm doing what I'm doing. As it got time to play, I felt the expectation for me to want to perform, but my mind wasn't in it. My mind was still somewhere, you know, I'm emotional, bro, whatever. My mind wasn't in it. And do you ever feel as a man expected to perform and not want to? Because you did had five ejaculatory experiences, what you called them. I just said I nut 5 times, but you used like 7 syllables. But you had 5 ejaculatory experiences. Have you ever felt like, Jim, I don't really want to be here right now?
I know you know the answer is yes. So there's this thing that you create, like I recognize I've put out into the world. And it has actually been an Achilles heel in my personal relationships. Like when my ex, she said something to me and it was so profound. And now looking back at it, I'm like, shit. She was like, I've seen you have sex hundreds of times. Like, I know that you can put yourself into it. And she was commenting on like, sometimes I would like come home and like give her like the B-side sex. But at work, you know, you can see niggas is getting the A game. Right. And so, yeah, there's a feeling in my body somatically around that. And it's sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just like, no, they want to see the Naked Trumpeter. They don't want to see Eli. And I'm like, nigga, I don't want to do nothing. But I wrestle with that, and you know, you adjust accordingly. Right. Because even in the world, there's expectations that you have as a father, that you have as a fiance. Like every time you put a label on something, there's an expectation when you're relating to someone. So those expectations, they play out in the real world, because people that are fans of mine see the Naked Trumpeter, and then my partners are like, nigga, I saw that video. Why am I getting this bullshit? Or they could tell, like, one of my partners that did a live porn scene, everybody had their phones out, they're recording it. And she was like, you haven't had sex with me like that in a long time. I'm like, So yeah, it can be performance anxiety. It can be a lot, but it's compounded for me because of what I do for work.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. How do men say no to women without hurting their feelings or feeling themselves like they being a little bitchy? You know what I mean? Because throughout the night she was coaxing me and I didn't want to say no, and I'm kind of like, I ain't in the mood, but I'm trying. And she actually did turn my mood around. It actually worked over time, but shit, I would think it took about 2 hours.
I think that it varies from person to person, but in your case, like, she knows you, and I'm sure she picked up on that, but she didn't care, and that's why she continued to do what she did. It's gentle in the way. I mean, I know your girl.
Yeah,
I know she was
very
like
gentle. Yeah.
Because I saw her, like, when I was leaving, y'all were in the room, and I saw her talking to you, and you were just like, you was on the bed like this, and then she said something, and you just like put your head back, and I was like, because I'm like, but that's why, like, earlier I was talking about when we started about electroplay. She was excited, but I didn't know you were going through that. But part of it is when the person knows you, they don't always have to say something. They're just going to keep being themselves. They stay consistent and gentle. And also, I think that being honest, like, there are times when I'm in Atlanta, the lady I'm dating, and I don't want to do anything, and I don't push up on her. I don't make any moves. But I'm there. And I let her know I'm not in a space to connect in that way. I just want to talk, because then they recognize they can hold space for me. But we got to be vulnerable with our vulva owning people and let them know that we are just as emotional as they are, and give them the chance to show up for us and hold space in the same way we ask of them.
Right.
Because it's disingenuous when you don't tell them, or you try to
does
act
feel
like,
that way.
because they want to. It's a relating requires us to have trust, communication, power, control, safety, and safety and security, and not communicating can affect any of those things. I had an issue where I had an emergency come up, and instead of me calling or sending a message to the person I was supposed to see at 8:30, I kept handling the emergency. And she was like, I know that about you. I know that you love me. I know that you want me to be happy. And also, I know that if something come up, you're going to focus on that, and you're not going to multitask well. So she was like, I'm disappointed in that, but I do know you, so I'm not mad. I'm just a little hurt. I wanted to see you at this time because I know you're about to leave the next day. So not communicating what we are going through can be problematic. When we could just say, hey, I'm a little off. We don't have to divulge, but at least they know and they can hold space for it, instead of saying, because the opposite can be true. Why this nigga ain't let me touch him? Why he acting all weird? And then they could take it, that's when they can internalize it and can be harmful. So I think it's better to be upfront.
Right.
Even if you don't say all this, hey, babe, I had a little rough day. I'm still here with you, but if I'm a little not present, just know I'm going through something.
Right. Yeah, I should have communicated better. I'm glad that it turned out better throughout the night, but you're right. I could have prepared her for those feelings better. I got to work on that. You keep mentioning Atlanta. Why are you in Atlanta so much?
So I lied to this person that I'm dating, and I told her I didn't move to Atlanta for her, which is not the truth. I moved to Atlanta for two reasons. One, because I was getting away from DC, but I was like, where the fuck am I going to go? And I work in Atlanta a lot, and then so because she is there, that's why I'm there now. But Atlanta's dope. So I keep mentioning Atlanta because that's where my heart is in this moment. So that's why I keep bringing it up.
Fire. Do you have multiples there? Is it one?
No.
I know that you. Am I doing too much?
No.
Should I go back?
No. I just won't name names. So I have 3 people. Let me back up. Okay, I can use their nickname.
I can delete this.
No. I got Sweet Potato. I got MJ. I got Goddess Q. And then the other person, we've known each other for of each other for 3 years, but they just started flirting with me. So I have 4 people in Atlanta that have my attention. 2 people we have a loose agreement, and then we're working out I'm working out the other details. But then in DC, I have if I say that to people right now, I'm talking about. I have someone that I just I'm relating to that lives in DC, and we've been in connection for 5 years. So I have 4 people that I am closely relating to.
Right.
1 in DC, 2 in Atlanta, and then 2 other people I'm figuring out the configuration in Atlanta. So my travel is attached to my connections as much as my work.
I want to talk about what we have to do in Atlanta for a second, right? But first, I want to ask the question, and I don't know what the answer is.
When you say freaky, what's freaky? What you mean by freaky?
All right, if I do this, you're not going to tell your friends, right?